If you're in altcoins, you should take profits at some point. But sometimes it's a little hard to understand when you should take your profits. What's the price target for these altcoins, especially if they're new on the market and there's not a lot of history. So in this video, I would like to show you what I am exactly looking at, how to take my profits, how to make sure that I'm getting most out of it, but not that I'm so long in an altcoin that it's going up and then it's going down again and then I'm selling, because that's not what you want, of course. So if you already think like, hey, I'm gonna like it, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on. And also in this video, I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna leave a winner. I'm gonna pick a winner that wins $100 worth of USDT. So keep on watching and let's dive right into the content. Now, you first, of course, want to have a good, buying list of altcoins. I hope that most people are already in the market, but some people are new in the market and they haven't allocated yet. So let's start with the beginning. Like, is it still a good time to buy altcoins? I don't want to make it too long about this, but it is really important to know that you are not too late in the first place. Well, if I want to put it very shortly, it's not too late. It's not too late. Like, yes, it's like you are not early as well, right? We had a parabolic move of Bitcoin, altcoins following. So no, it's not that you have the golden opportunity right now, but you can still make many X's in crypto if you play this well. What we want to see though, first thing, because I need you to understand the market, to make money in the market. You cannot just throw shit at the wall hoping something sticks. Something will stick, but the things that fall off will make you lose money as well, and that compensates for it. So what we want to see is Bitcoin closing above, let's say, $69,000 this week. Now, it's early in the week. At the time of recording, this video is one day pre-recorded, doesn't matter. This is information you need for the complete bull market to come. Because why do we need to close above this? Because this is our previous stop. This is the all-time high. If we look what Bitcoin did in the last markets, we had an all-time high right here of 19,900, let's say. And we were pushing it, but we didn't close above it. And the week later, we went all the way down, and it doesn't seem like much, but we went all the way down with 11%. So if we do something like that right now, 11% down, we'll put Bitcoin back at $64,000. It sounds like very far away, but it's just 11%. Like, if that's the, correction that we get, many people should consider themselves lucky, at least if they are already all in the market. 11% would be not that much. So, that's at least what you want to take into account, and that you shouldn't already celebrate if we are now above the all-time highs, because everything could be a wick, of course. What we want to see is that we at least close 1 week above the all-time high, because then it's at least confirmed. Now, what Bitcoin did in the last bull market, once it broke above the previous all-time high, it took 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks to gain 111%. Why is that? Because this is price discovery. There are no sellers right here. No people right here that feel like, okay, I have to get out now. I this is where I bought, so I can play even. Like, everybody is in profit at this point. There's nobody in Bitcoin here that's in a loss. Now, there's nobody here in Bitcoin that's in a loss, except if they bought here. Right? But overall, everybody that's in Bitcoin is in profit. So, of course, people take some profits, but overall, the big money doesn't feel like selling, because usually when we break all-time highs, that's really where the bull market starts. I think it's important to know this. So even if we do something like this and we close here, for example, that's majorly bullish. That's also really bullish for altcoins. Why? Because in the last couple of videos, I showed you already as well that altcoins tend to really, go up hard once Bitcoin is closing above the all-time highs. Here, Bitcoin was closing above the all-time highs. That was the 14th of December 2020. If we now go to the altcoin market and we go to 14th of December 2020, what you will notice, that's, let me see here. right? And what happened here? This is exactly the point where altcoins finally broke out. They were struggling for a while, but after Bitcoin really closed above the all-time highs, altcoins felt like, okay, time for us to go as well. And they were mooning, and they just surpassed their all-time high very easily. And it was basically, up only until at least, with 150% before we saw the first correction. And do keep in mind, though, that these corrections are very big, especially for the altcoin market. The first correction that we had in the altcoin market last cycle, after it broke its all-time high, was a correction of 35%. I can already pretty much guarantee you we're gonna see this happen also in this market multiple times, right? The correction after that was a correction of, again, 35%. This right here, I don't know if you want to call this a correction or just a mini bear in a bull market, but this was huge, right? But this is often what we see. But this is after Bitcoin breaking the all-time high, where altcoins usually go up very hard. Then you want to look at certain altcoins, of course, to be like, okay, this is interesting. This is what I want to buy right now. I made a video not too long ago on how to get a good, balanced crypto portfolio. Do check it out. I don't want to repeat that. But basically, take a couple of niches like, gaming, AI, DEXs, I don't know, and put some leaders in there and put some, low caps, some high risk in there. Okay, that's the best way to position yourself, if you ask me. Now, what you can do is, of course, wait for that correction to come. But people, were waiting for a correction right here, and they're still waiting right here, right? And for all we know, it's going here, and then we get a correction, which brings us down here. But you're still buying it higher than where it is right now. So for the newer people in crypto, if you do not have a position, I would say just dollar cost, but be prepared to temporarily lose 30, 40, 50% of your portfolio. And that's okay. It's a bull market. In my opinion, it's not worth to get into Bitcoin right now compared to the altcoin market. Bitcoin is still giving us pretty big gains. But overall, like I also said in a video ago, Bitcoin is going up pretty hard right now. If you look at the Bitcoin dominance, it is going sideways. Matter of fact, if you overlay them, you can see that Bitcoin is now sitting at the same level as where it was, or the Bitcoin dominance, is sitting at the same level as where it was in October 2023. However, in October 2023, Bitcoin was sitting at 35K. Now Bitcoin is sitting at 70K. So Bitcoin doubled, but the Bitcoin dominance didn't go up. Usually what we see is Bitcoin going up, the dominance going up. Bitcoin sideways, dominance sideways. They're very correlated. The correlation is completely broken right now. And this shows to me like it's maybe time for the Bitcoin dominance to now cool off. We are sitting in this major resistance area right here, this red box that I've drawn, as you can see. We had support here, and now it looks like it is turning into resistance. So it might be time for the Bitcoin dominance to cool off and at a certain point go down to give us an alt season. So if you look at this, it has been going up. So there is no alt season yet. And if you look at it like that, it is not too late to buy altcoins. If you see the Bitcoin dominance going down and you feel like, okay, let's buy altcoins right here, I would say, if you want to buy anything, buy Bitcoin. Don't buy altcoins here. Here's the time to buy altcoins, in my opinion. Not financial advice. I don't know. That's what I would do. So after you got your stack of altcoins, you want to ladder out at a certain point. If you want to make 100x, you can better make 2 10x's than 1 100x, right? Because let's say you've bought AI tech and you bought it here at the bottom, basically. You are now up 30x. So in order to go and be up 100x, you have to sit here at 127, give or take, 125, right? So that's the target. If you want to make 100x, you want to say, okay, this specific coin, 125, that's what I'm going to sell. This is stupid. Why? Because what if it does this? Bear market. What if it does that? Right? It will never get there. But you were sitting at a 80x and you didn't take profits at all. I mean, if you make a 10x, if you're like, wow, 20x, 30x, 40x, 50x, who does that? Like, take profits. Take your profits, right? You will, then you won't get to that 100x with this coin. But you can overall 100x your crypto portfolio very easy if you shuffle it. Now, I would say at least what I am doing, but it depends on your risk reward tolerance, okay? But what I am doing is I buy some coins, and once I'm up like 2-3x, I'm taking my initial out. Okay, so if I put $1,000 in a coin and it turns out to be $3,000, I'm gonna take at least $1,000 out, maybe some profits with it, right? But then I'm risk free. Then I'm for free in that coin. So that puts you in a great mindset as well. Because if, let's say this is the coin, right? Let's say I've bought it here and it's now here and I'm taking my initial out. If it goes sideways, fuck it. You have no emotional attachment to the coin whatsoever. So if it's boring, who cares? You have no loss. You have no, like, you have nothing. It's no loss right there. So that's good. If it goes down, it's also fine because the bag that you have is free, right? So instead of having like $2,000 free dollars, you have $1,000 free dollars. You still have $1,000 free dollars. And your initial $1,000, you can use it to buy again. And if it goes up, like, you're doing fantastic. And then there's the scenario that you sold here and that it goes up further. Could also happen. It's great because you still have your initial $1,000. You can use it for whatever. And that $2,000 that you have in this coin for free is turning into 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, right? So yeah, you could have had more if you didn't take your profits. Yes, but if you didn't take your profits and it did this, believe me, from experience, that's way more painful, right? You want to put your mind at ease by making sure that you don't have any risk in crypto. You came, I mean, be honest, you came into crypto to make money. You're not here for the tag. I'm not here for the tag. I'm going to be, maybe I'm the only one I'm here to make money, right? So what we at least want to avoid is the opposite, losing money. So that's most important. More people lose money than they gain money in a bull market. It sounds hard to believe. There are a lot of people making money right now. But at the end of the day, having that money on your bank account or paying off your mortgage or whatever, that's what people fail to do, right? So if you at least take your initial out, congratulations. Now, then you, of course, after you took your initial, you want to have a plan, right? So again, let's stick with this coin. Let's say you bought it somewhere in this area right here, in this accumulation phase, right? You are now up 2x, give or take, maybe 3. So you feel like, okay, I have my initial out and I want to, also take some profits from this. What do? What you can do, but again, that depends on your risk reward tolerance. But what you can do is say like, you know what? Let's take it one step back. Let's take it how I am doing this. I look at Bitcoin and I'll be like, Bitcoin can go to at least 200K. So let's say Bitcoin does another 3x from here. Could be more, but I want to be a little cautious. Let's say Bitcoin does another 3x from here. What can the altcoin market do then? This chart, let's say that this altcoin chart does the same. Right, this is the top 125, excluding the top 10. Okay, so these are the high caps, but not the blue chips like Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, and etc. and some stables, right? But these are the IMXs, the Galas, the etc. So let's say this does a 3x as well. Okay, check. Then overall, you want to look like, hey, how's my portfolio looking? Right? This from the bottom until where it is right now did a, let's round it up, 5x. Did you also do a 5x? Okay, cool. Then you can kind of count on it that if this does another 3x, you do another 3x. But if you are in the good low caps outside of the top 125, it could be that this did a 5x and you did 10x, right? Because coins outside of the top 125 have less liquidity, and if they are good coins, they can move harder than the rest. So let's say this did a 5x, you did a 10x. So you can assume that if this does another 3x, your altcoins overall do a 6x. So go back to your coins and just feel like, okay, could this do a 6x from here? So 500% for Foco Forge, for example. I'm just saying something, right? Let's say $50. Okay, $50. That's the price target, right? Is that reasonable? Also confirmed by looking at the project on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. Look at the market cap, compare it to coins that do kind of the same. Is it achievable, right? I mean, a coin like Foco Forge hitting a, like whatever, $500 million market cap could be way more unrealistic than an IMX hitting a $5 billion market cap, because they are two completely different projects. Don't compare market cap to market cap. Compare project niche or project like just the product with the market cap to a similar product, right? And then look like what's possible. So, but let's say it goes to $50. That's the price target. You are in for free already. What you can do is be like, okay, with every $10 that it increases, I'm gonna take 20% out, right? So if it goes to $20, I'm gonna take 20% out. If it goes to $30, I'm gonna take another 20% out. If it goes to 40, another 20%. 50, another 20%. And from that moment, you still have something left. Let it ride. Maybe, you know, the crypto market is full of surprises. You have a moon bag left, but you still have made some very sweet profits along the way. That's an example, right? You do the math. You could also say, like, with every 50% increase, I'm gonna take a certain amount out. What works for you, right? Totally depends. Now, you can use some metrics that can help you by determining, like, hey, what are the biggest selling pressure points, basically, and where should I get the fuck out, right? So what you can do is you can use a tool called Fibonacci tool, and if you have TradingView, if you don't have it, get it. If you have TradingView, go to your settings, use these settings. Pause the video, use these settings, okay? Then you can, how this works, basically, you take the Fibonacci tool and you take it from the low of the current move, the latest move, basically, until the high of that move. So, and you take it from wick to wick, right? So you take it from here and you put it on here, right? Then this is what you get. Let's say we were here, right? You could be like, okay, it is cooling off, so it's going down. Where could it go to? Well, usually you have the 0.618 and the 0.5 as the golden zone, and that's usually where it retraces to. So in that case, that's somewhere between $6 and $5. Look exactly where it went, right? If you look at this, this is exactly where it went. So if you are looking on buying more, you can do it like that. Right now, you can use it the other way around as well. You could take it from, for example, the from here to here, right? Because it is still in an upwards move right now, right? These last couple of weeks. So you could say, like, okay, it could come back down to 8 or 740. But if this momentum continues, we could also see prices of $12. And the 0.618 right here is usually also a very important level, $14 and like 40 cents. Sometimes if a coin really feels like yellow, then it can go to the minus 1.618. And in that case, that's $20. Now, what you want to do is, sorry, my camera's in the way. You want to just, you know, draw some lines on these levels, right? That's the easiest way. At least it's more visible. And look like, okay, are there previous resistances and support levels? Well, this is the 1.6 minus 1.618, exactly where this wick came in, right? So this is a really interesting level right here. If you put it on the daily, you probably can see a little more price action going on. And you can confirm for yourself, like, hey, are these levels indeed something to to take into consideration, right? For example, this level right here, we have major support, we have little resistance, we have resistance right here, we have resistance right here, little wick right here, right? These are big levels. Fibonacci tools, if you use them correctly, they can work very well. It's not a prediction that it will go there, but it is saying like, hey, if it does go there, then these are the very important levels for buying or selling. So that can help you determine a little bit if you want to take some profits or not. So I was looking at AI tech, for example, and this is also quite beautiful, right? So if you look at it like this, if you take it from the last move, from the bottom right here, and you take it all the way up to this move right here, where it really stopped, you can see like, okay, it can come down right here. But again, the bullish momentum can continue. And then this is a level. And then this is a level. And look what happened at these levels, right? Here, it had a little trouble. It closed the week just below that level. When it broke up, it retested this level right here, exactly a retest. And now it's going up and got a perfect rejection at the the minus 1.618. These levels are very important, right? Now, target hit for this one. So in this case, I would say if you are, for example, in this project, hey, it can go up higher. But if you're not taking profits right here, you're playing a dangerous game because usually it doesn't even go here, right? So of course, what you can now do is wait if it consolidates over here, and then you can look at the move like this, right? Or actually, this is the move then. Then you take the move from the bottom of this, right? This run to the top of this run. So can it go down right now? Yes, of course. Can go down back to around 26 cents, 22 cents maybe. But if the momentum continues, then, you know, 51 is the first level, 58, give or take. And if it really goes crazy, 85. That's how you look at it. And that, it's not how you should trade, but it helps you trade, right? And I'm not a professional trader. I'm definitely not known as a trader. I'm talking more about investing, but I can tell you that this tool has helped me out a lot. It also helps you with the FOMO because you can look at a chart like this and be like, oh my fucking Lord, right? Like it is going crazy. And then you might feel like, okay, I'm gonna just buy because I miss everything, right? You already did, right? So you better wait for a retrace. And you know, this Fibonacci tool helps you understanding where the potential retrace might be happening. And you can use this for the complete like altcoin market as well, right? So we have now, if you feel like, yeah, you know, this altcoin, that altcoin, I just want to know what direction the overall altcoin market, you know, altcoin market might go to. Then you can use this as well on the others chart, for example, and you take it from the low until this run right here, right? This run right here is where it got a big rejection, of course. So if you take it there, what do you notice? The 0.618, it is exactly where we are having some trouble right now. We broke above, but we got a rejection, right? So do take that into account, and that this is a big level for the altcoin market at the moment, where it has some trouble. If we do break this, then it could be party time. Then it could be party time because the 1.618 is sitting exactly basically at the top, right? That's also funny, right? It's exactly sitting here. So check that out. And if you want to take it over a long time frame, what you can also do is just take it from the top of the last run until the bottom where we are right now. And what you can see is especially the golden zone, right? That's an important one. But if we take one step back, the first level comes in over here, the 0.382. That's here. Look where we got all this resistance. Exactly there. Once we broke it, hey, we broke it pretty easily. And it looks like we're now stuck in this golden zone right here. So use it in multiple ways to confirm for yourself, like, hey, what are actually the big levels? It will really help you out. It will really help you out. I don't know if you can use it on things like the Bitcoin dominance. I mean, yes, you can use it, of course, but how accurate it actually is, right? That, yeah, I mean, if you take it like this, we had the 0.382 and the 0.5, and we were hovering right there, broke above, as exactly on the 0.382, we found the retest, and now we're here again. So It's quite funny how that works, by the way. If we do break in the dominance, then we can go to like 60%. It's a possibility. But I also feel like, yeah, we have so much trouble right here. We could get rejected, and then we can see this level of 49, maybe 45%, give or take, as well. So for now, it's a dangerous situation, right? When it comes to alt season, no alt season, because now it is going sideways. Now we have a nothing season. It could break up and then it can go up very hard. Then we get altcoins completely fucking destroyed against Bitcoin. But if it gets rejected right here, then we have like alt season. We have altcoins doing a pretty good run up, basically, especially with Bitcoin sitting at these high prices. So, do with it whatever you want, but I think that this is a really useful way instead of like looking at YouTubers all day. Although you might get some great information out of it, it's better to know it for yourself, right? To know like, okay, these are a little bit like the tools I need to use to not be so dependent on everybody. Yeah, one last thing, the USDT dominance still, it broke, like we said a couple of videos ago. So people are just deploying the USDT into the crypto market, and it looks like super bullish for crypto. Even if we go up, then this, we might see if it's resistance or not. And if it goes down even further, yeah, then I must say that 2% give or take is where we could go to. So this move could happen. If this happens, that's Bitcoin 200K right there. That's gonna make Bitcoin fly, and that's gonna let altcoins fly as well. So this could happen. We could have a short-term correction in crypto. Bitcoin maybe 65K, something like that. I don't know. But overall, it's looking really good. The S&P is something you want to take a look at, also looking really good. It's still in an uptrend, right? I mean, we got a small rejection right here, but like, what's that actually? And Ethereum, I think once we get the Ethereum ETF, it's going to be really interesting. Let me take one look at how the Fibonacci tool says something about Ethereum. Yeah, it broke all the levels basically. So we had a small retest around to 618, and now it's just going up. So I don't know. It's looking really good for Ethereum, to be honest. And yeah, it's also breaking this. And let me check this specific run. Yeah, Ethereum is set for all-time highs. I think Ethereum is going to follow Bitcoin. And that's good for the altcoin market. That's really good for the altcoin market. So, yeah, we're getting a slight correction in the altcoin market right now, but it's not even really mentionable, to be really honest. Guys, if you want to learn more about this, join the Patreon. There are exclusive sales coming in there. I locked 2 deals so far, which are coming pretty soon. Personal consulting. Alex Becker, wallet tracking. If you feel like, what's that fucktard buying? I just want to buy what other people are buying. I don't give a shit about learning stuff. Then you can also do that to make it easy for everybody. So do check it out. All I ask is like the video. And I have a question, of course, for this video as well. It's totally irrelevant compared to the rest of the video, but what's the most bullish crypto gaming token? Whether it's a single game, an ecosystem, a gaming layer 1, whatever. And why? I want to know. Okay, let me know. Best comment gets $100 of USDT. And the winner of the last video, by the way, I asked like, hey, what's the best AI coin in your opinion and why? So not what is the best AI coin, like, I don't know how you measure that, but what do you think is the best? Somebody mentioned BitTensor, Tau, new AI coin, low cap, best performance. And that's one that's popping on my radar every time as well. I'm seeing it all the time and I'm looking at it and be like, oh, it's a little too late now, and then it's higher again. So I completely missed out on that. Fuck it. But I think that you're right. So Unlock X369, congratulations. My email is down below. Send me an email with proof that this is your YouTube account and you get $100. Thanks for participating. I'll keep on asking these annoying questions and just give away a little money to the community to make everybody happy. For now, thanks for watching. I would honestly want to ask you like the video. It helps a lot. You have no idea. This channel now has more than 30k subs. We did it in like a year and a half or so. It's growing pretty fast. Couldn't do this without you guys. So thank you very much. Take care. Have a nice day.